Good morning, my helpful people. Today's helpful tip is what you did yesterday may not be efficient today. I had the experience of listening to someone explain why something should be done or why it shouldn't be done. And what it brought to my attention was when we tend to hold on to traditions or past ways of doing things, we tend to bring those ideas to our current situations, our current life, as we're living it today. And we all know that some things don't work the same way they did years ago. And that's where change is necessary. We have to be able to move forward in our thinking, in our speaking, in how we do things, how we relay messages, even how we teach. Because times have changed. Generations have changed. Technology has changed. I'll give you an example. If you are used to doing something a certain way because that's how your family did it, that's how your grandmother did it, that's how her mother did it, and now when the younger generation asks you, well, why do you do that? Or why is it done like this? 90% of why you're telling them why to do it a certain way is because of what other people taught you, or how you were shown or saw something being done. And maybe it worked then, and maybe it was necessary then, but it may not be necessary now. And with technology and the way things are being developed now, it may not even, it may be minute. It may not even be necessary anymore to do it that way. So when you go to explain or when you go to teach someone something, you have to keep all of those things in mind. You have to. Because just because something was done a certain way decades ago, or because you got comfortable doing something decades ago and it worked, doesn't mean it's going to work now. Especially with the younger generation. They have been exposed to so much with social media, the society as a whole. They have been exposed to so much that now what we older generation would see as, I could never do that, or I could never say that, Nowadays, these kids will say it in a heartbeat, think it in a heartbeat. So times have changed. So when we go to teach our new generation, or when we go to advise our new generation, we have to keep all these things in mind and saying to them, well, this is what I used to do, or this is how I did it. All you're doing is creating a barrier between you and them. And more importantly, you're creating a barrier that's going to keep them from growing and learning and getting the point that you want to get across. You just created a barrier. So sometimes we have to look at not what we say, but how we say what we say. And change is necessary to do that. So when you hear and see me posting, change is necessary for growth, that's part of it. We have to realize that everything that happened yesterday may not be good for today. Okay? So that's your tip for today. Hope you have a blessed day.